What is up, everybody? Welcome to the fourth race of the National Rock Racing Association. We're here at Hot Springs, Arkansas, presented by Spyder Offroad this weekend. We have an awesome day planned for us. You can see our UTV Bounty series is lined up in that race line starting gate, and we're about to kick off. Bree, what do you think we're going to see today?
Ooh, I think that we are going to see plenty of really fast runs. And I think we're going to have some unexpected carnage as well, just kind of based off the last couple of races and also what we saw here last year at Hot Springs. So, I don't know. It's a beautiful day out here. The weather is perfect for enjoying some time outside and some racing. So, I'm here for whatever comes our way today.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. I think you're right. We did see some pretty quick times. We did some weird, unexpected failures yesterday. We had a few belts break. Again, we saw Timmy come out and kind of set that world on fire and again had an amazing run there. We'll see him running in today. Daniel Heckley, who was on our event shirt this weekend, they were out tuning yesterday. They were trying to get things dialed in with his tuning and had a head gasket go bad. So he will not be racing Hellbent. He's going to hop in Jay's buggy. The Fortitude, and race that. So it'll be interesting to see him in racing. Racing a little different. Different buggy.
Speaking of racing different for Daniel, we're also going to see him in Bounty class.
Oh,
in the
okay,
Can-Am.
yeah.
I think this will be the first time that Daniel's ever raced.
Yeah.
And Bounty as well. So, speaking of Bounty, that's what we'll be kicking off with today. And then we'll have our unlimited and limited bouncer classes. We've got our UTV teen class, and then our youth class as well. And then, of course, run it all back for round 2 for everybody. So, lots of racing to go here today. Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live, to our online audience joining us on Rock Racing TV's YouTube channel, and to our television audience joining us on Power Sports World. Hope you guys enjoy the day with us.
Yeah, it sounds like we got some UTVs there on there getting all ready. All right, we're going to check out that course real quick. Again, this is a course outline for the UTV Bounty and the Unlimited Bouncer class. Again, you can see I'm going to come out and start over, hit all those jumps that the UTVs hit yesterday, and immediately heading up the left side of Horsepower Hill, coming down the right side, coming back across the jumps. Then they're going to head up some dirt ledges all the way up to the top, come back around, and kind of run that river valley at the bottom all the way to the finish line. Course 2 is going to be exactly the same, except that Horsepower Hill, those first 2 up and down arrows are going to be just flipped a little bit. So it's pretty much the same course. Again, just a little bit different on Course 1 and Course 2, but a small variance. But you're still in that same area. That Horsepower Hill is what they call it. Again, you can come out and check out some of the cool riding area here at Hot Springs, but it's going to be a fast day, like you said. I think we might see some unexpected weird failures, stuff you didn't anticipate. We've seen some fuel pumps go bad before, or a ground wire kick a sensor out. So hopefully everybody has a nice, smooth day. But again, that is racing.
We'll all find out together. And as a reminder, our Bounty class is running the same course as the Bouncers today. And we do have our first Bounty driver of the day. I believe that is Daniel Heckley on the line.
Hey, keep in mind, if you want a really clean ride, like some of these trailer rigs you come through.
So Daniel, we usually see him racing in our UTV stock class and bouncer class, but as Matt mentioned, he's going to be in a different bouncer today, so he decided to go ahead and jump in the Bounty class and get a chance to be on the hills because Bounty runs the same course as bouncer. He'll go ahead and get a little seat time on that course that he's going to be running Fortitude in just a little bit later today.
Again, making real quick work of this left side. Just floated right up there.
Here we go.
And then this is a super steep downhill area.
Yeah, this doesn't look like much on your screens right now, guys, but just as always, it's way steeper in person than it appears on the screen.
Kind of a few dirt ledges there. We might see some of the bouncer drivers, if they can bring enough speed in, kind of ramp that area. Nice, long, big sweeping turn. And this first big downhill section here is very fast. The last little bump there, kind of donkey kick. So I think we're going to see everybody make some pretty quick time. I think our top 3, top 5 are absolutely going to light that downhill section on fire.
74.700 for Daniel Heckley, and that was our first driver of the day here for UTV Bounty Course 1.
The most successful buggy in the history of rock bouncing, hell bent, TC buggy. But I think he's just doing a practice run to get ready for that one, if you want to know the truth. He don't usually race on that.
All right, we got Martin Stewart out there.
That's the time to be.
Representing that Bat Cave Customs.
Yeah, she's here. This next driver is Martin Stewart.
Martin is coming into the weekend 5th in points overall for UTV Bounty class. He also had a 5th place finish at our last event at Rush, Kentucky. He was also 5th in points coming into the weekend for Cup class. So pretty consistent season so far for Martin. It looks like he made a wrong turn.
Yeah. I think he was able to get
He's figured it out. He's backed up the hill.
He raced with us yesterday. He raced with us yesterday. I think he was headed down the course yesterday.
Yeah, he. Speaking of the 5th place, he also tied in points for 5th place yesterday, and due to combined times, was able to take that 5th place spot for the Cup class yesterday.
There you go. Again, launching up that first jump. Woo. That's a 102.766 for Martin Stewart. All right, we got Cooper Bentley running for Nathaniel Bell. Up there sitting in that race line starting gate.
It's cool because you get to see a time comparison between the horsepower, tire size, everything's a factor. The UTVs have beaten the bouncer times before, so it shows you how much things have evolved over the past 10 years, for that matter, as far as suspension, horsepower, just doability. It's unreal how much they've grown.
Can you tell them the 200 that's got Tanner's longer on the side of it, the 200 with Tanner's longer on the side of it, can you tell them to come get that one out of the way?
All right, if you got a 200 with Tanner's lawn care on the side of it, please move it. Yeah, I'm not going to call you out, but Tanner's lawn care with the 200 right behind the guy frantically pointing and waving.
All right, here we go with Cooper Bentley running for Nathaniel Bell's points.
Again, that is a real quick 180 turn right there. I say we'll see Cooper racing in his big buggy later on this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Cooper doing triple duty this weekend.
Yeah.
After racing Cup class yesterday as well.
See what that time's going to be.
Ooh, 62.215. That is our fastest time right now. Cooper won second place yesterday in our UTV Cup class. So he's already having a pretty good weekend so far. Up next, we've got Riley Pete in that race line starting gate.
And again, shout out to Raceline. We appreciate them and all they do for us. As well as I saw Greg Milkey was actually going to retire. I know they were talked about it sometime in May. So I've seen there were several companies that had worked with him since the beginning. So it was neat to see them showing love to Greg. Greg has been our Raceline rep for, I don't know, since the OG days.
Yeah, that's been a long time. He is Mr. Raceline.
He is. And Raceline is the official wheel of Ultra 4 as well as the National Rock Racing Association. I know they've been a partner with us for a long time. We appreciate them. I know a lot of guys run their wheels out here.
Riley Pete is on the course.
Ooh. Can get a little squirrely up there. I mean, these guys are definitely going to try to make the bouncers look just as easy on this Yukon Do It hill. And fingers crossed, everybody can do it. Getting that great drone shot there, provided by Delta Drone Works. Dearborn. Ooh. That's a 65.613. That's good enough for second place for Riley Pete.
Not bad. Up next, we've got Alston Tidwell.
Only thing they get hurt is their feelings most of the time. Alston Tidwell, let's go.
Austin's been racing with us quite a while. Always gets out there and lays it down.
Yeah, I think this is his 5th year racing with the NRRA.
Again, you can see kind of that yellow tape they put up there to help direct you where to turn at, which is really nice when you're in race pace, knowing exactly where to turn.
Yeah, everything can kind of start to look the same when you're bouncing around and your adrenaline's going.
Yeah.
Even if you pre-ran the course, it's a little different when you're in race mode.
Yeah. Nice, smooth run going here.
Alston came into the weekend 4th in points for UTV Bounty class with an 80.707.
Casey Howe.
We've got Casey Howell on the line, and this is not what we're used to seeing him race in the Bounty class. But he is second in points coming into the weekend. Obviously, going to run whatever he's got to run in order to be able to collect those points today.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of four-seaters out in the Bounty class.
No, definitely not.
Although, having that longer wheelbase may really be a big advantage here.
I'm thinking maybe either last night or this morning when there was a little pre-running going on in the tube chassis.
Yeah.
Something must have gone wrong.
They're saying he broke a rear axle.
Let's see how bad he wants it. Hopefully he
Man, I hate to see that stink.
Because I know for a fact at this point in his own buggy and just turned around and took it back to the pit. This must be a loner. Get him one of a running start. Back way up. Back up for that long.
Come on, Casey.
Back it up. Back it up and dump it. Man, all the good seats are gone.
Man, that stinks.
What you been doing?
Again, he was just absolutely dominating at Wildcat Park, this park this year. You hate to see him, again, even though he's racing a loner, you still wanted to see him get a finish out of it.
Yeah, that's rough, especially second in points. You know, we're only halfway through the season right now, though, so there's a little time to make up some points.
There you go. This man is ready to break
Now we've got
down.
Max Lawrence on the line,
So ready to tear something up and fix it.
and that is going to be our last driver for Course 1 of UTV Bounty.
It won't be top heavy.
Fastest time right now is still Cooper Bentley with that 62.
Oh, man. You were doing good till you wasn't. You was going fast till you
Looks like he got a little sideways there on the hill.
There you go. There you go. Let it go. Let it go.
Again, you definitely don't hang out on that rock ledge very often. You get up or you get back down.
Oh, is Max calling it quits?
Yeah. Oh, man. They said there's some fluid pouring out of it. I don't know if he broke a transmission case or what's going on, but man, that stinks.
Hey, 2 DNFs in Bounty class.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
It has been worse. It's
Yeah.
been a lot worse. So that completes Course 1 for UTV Bounty, and we will go ahead and look at a rundown.
Again, we did have some finishes there, so that'll be our top 5. Coming in first place, Nathaniel Bell. Coming in second place, Riley Pete. Third place, Daniel Heckley. Fourth place, Austin Tidwell. And fifth place, Martin Stewart.
And that was Cooper Bentley running for Nathaniel Bell in that top spot.
Looks like we've run out of those guys. Or they've run out of their friends' buggies.
Now we're going to take a quick
We might as well
quick reset. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the rock bouncing action right after this.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Spyder Offroad, Mickey Thompson, Amsoil, and SCS Gearboxes.
Trey Goodwin here with the Edelbrock Group. We're so excited to kick off the 2026 season of the National Rock Racing Association, teaming up with racers and fans just like you. Edelbrock Group has a lot of brands, so we got Edelbrock, Comp Cams, Fast, TCI, Russell, and Lenati. Do you know what all those mean? It means American-made performance and also reliability, because we make all those performance parts in the United States. Here at Edelbrock, we have a lot of performance products for you, the off-road customer. From superchargers to cylinder heads, anything you need to increase your performance, even if you're a carburetor guy. We've got the new VRS Performance Race Carbs. We've got what you need to make that performance. At the Edelbrock Group, we have the best team of engine builders and technicians to help answer your calls and emails when it comes to speccing out the products you need for your off-road rig. Does that mean a supercharger for your new late model Jeep that's EO certified, to a custom one-off grinded camshaft for your buggy bouncer that needs a little bit more torque? We've got you taken care of from start to finish. You can deal direct. We're excited to be a part of your racing opportunity. If you'd like to check out more about Edelbrock or Edelbrock Group, you can check us out online at www.edelbrockgroup.com. That'll give you all of our companies and our offerings. Also, check us out on social media.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerply XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the fourth race of the National Rock Racing Association here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is going to be an awesome day of racing. We're getting ready to kick off our unlimited rock bouncing class. Bree, why don't you run through the results there?
Yeah, let's take a quick look at our top 10 and point standings coming into this weekend so everybody can have an idea of how things are. Tim Cameron is in the lead with a 41-point lead. Nick Reich is in second place points-wise right now. Then we've got Wade Good in third, Cooper Bentley fourth, Tim Bacon fifth, Ethan Jones is sixth, Dan Bowman seventh, Blake Harity eighth, Chris Grigg ninth, and Kenneth Cozine is rounding out our top 10 in points. It's not a big – we don't have a huge spread between about 5th and 10th place. Yeah. Chris Grigg and Kenneth are only 1 point apart. Blake and Chris, 8 points. 2 points between Dan Bowman and Blake. So, really it's just our top three that have that bigger spread points-wise there. But, we talked about it yesterday too. One DNF can really shake all of that up. Excuse me. So, I don't know. We're going to see how today goes.
Yeah, and 41 points is a huge lead. I mean, that really is incredible. Yep. Again, to see that much, 50 points typically is what you get for first place. You do get 40 points, if you can attempt a course, meaning you go up, break something, pull off, you still get 10 points. So really, it's about a 40-point swing if you DNF a course. So being 41 points means Timmy can still have a DF and still be sitting in first place. Now I know there's a handful of guys out here that are definitely going to try to change that this weekend. It was interesting. There was questions this morning at the drivers' meeting about how points for finals. So it's interesting that we're about the halfway point through our regular 8 races. Guys are already starting questioning about, hey, finals, how do the points work? How many points you get this? So it's interesting how these guys are already starting to do some monkey math with calculations as far as points for finals go. But it's definitely going to be a great day of racing. Nice warm weather here, a beautiful sunny afternoon in Arkansas. A beautiful day, tons of racing action. We have unlimited bouncers, limited bouncers. We have our youth. We have our teen. We just wrapped up our bounty. So a ton of racing action today. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome day.
Let's take a quick look at our course map before we get started with bouncers. Give you guys an idea of what the course is going to be looking like. UTV Bounty just ran the same course, so we got, we got to see the layout already. This is the map that all of our drivers receive, or they, for each class they'll receive this day or two before the races, so they get a chance to look it over, familiarize themselves. They can focus on, you see the banners there on the screen. That helps them know where they're going to be turning and what they need to, keep to the left or the right of them or whatever. So our drivers all receive these and get to study them up. Plus, they get to pre-run and walk the course as well. So, Matt, did you do your walking?
We did.
Did you do your pre-running?
We walked it yesterday a little bit, kind of looked at it. I know there's some of the UTVs ran some of this course yesterday, so watching the UTVs run yesterday kind of gave us an idea of how things were going to evolve. And then some of the bouncers were out here playing last night, early this morning, kind of checking things out, looking at the course. Obviously, that horsepower hill right behind us, you can see, literally like right in that area there, you're going to see that far right line, the left line. You're going to see tons of bouncers hit that, and I think we might see everybody's a little skittish of that. So I think we're going to see some very careful, meticulous runs.
Yeah.
When guys start pushing the speed coming down, I think is where you're going to see some problems happen. So,
I think that's where we're going to see some time made up as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out later today.
And with that, let's go ahead and head to the line. I believe we've got Justin Pierpoint.
Now, Justin Pierpoint is running a side-by-side in the bouncer class, which you're allowed to do. You do have to have at least a 39.5-inch or taller tire. You can see you got the portals on there. We were watching him pull this in. He had rear steer on it this morning. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out on the course. Ooh, getting a little squirrely with it up there. I said it sounded like it popped out of gear. And again, we've seen some other guys come out and play around with different size tire compounds. Again, the portals give you a little more ground clearance, which is really nice. Yeah, they said on the radio this had a snowmobile motor in it.
Okay.
Which I know Justin Pierpoint does a lot with the UTV stuff, so it's interesting to see him out here and that's it. Looks like that that passenger rear tire is leaning in just a little bit. Yeah, something definitely right there.
This is a good shot of perspective for you guys on how we were talking about how this hill is steep. He is skating back and forth across it.
It's also, you can see that tire that bent. You can also see that it was not pulling. So I think after he bent it, he broke an axle. And again, you hate to see that. It was kind of cool to see this very unique-looking rig he brought out with us.
You know, this is not the typical rig we see in a bouncer class, but one of the great things about this sport is the innovation in it, and that these guys can, use the sky's the limit on what they want to come up with, what they want to try, the technology that they want to incorporate. So I always enjoy seeing the differences in the vehicles, we have out here, and just all the engineering and the innovation that goes into all of it.
Yeah. Shout out to our coursers out there. They're getting Justin flipped back over. Again, interesting to see, and I think that is a great point that we have pretty much the unlimited class. You're allowed to race, any. There's not a worry on weight. You can have any weight. You can run any motor, anything. Again, this is our AMSOIL action shot here. You can see him kind of coming across. That back corner was not pulling, unfortunately, which I think kind of led to that rear end not slinging around. But you hate to see that. But definitely a very cool looking machine. Glad he brought it out here with us.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be back for round 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Justin probably bought some parts with him, too. Again, very unique-looking machine.
All right, I think we've got Jesse Phillips on the line now. Oh, no, it's Jay Storks.
Yeah, Jay in that Fortitude buggy. Jay was talking about how much power to hit that first jump with, and he wasn't sure. He's like, I don't want to overshoot it, but I don't want to not make it either. And we kind of laughed a little bit because he said, I'm probably going to overshoot it big time because he said, I'm so worried about this rock section, I'm not going to be paying attention. But it looks like he made quick work of both of those. Yeah, something doesn't quite sound right in that motor. Whoa, there we go. Just ripping up the rest of that hill.
We love Jay. He's one of our best friends. He's a good guy having a race program. He has an awesome
Come
program.
on, Jay.
Woo!
That's a little more of the bouncer that we're used to seeing on the hill. Although, yeah, just not sounding quite right today. See if we can get a time for him.
That's a 74.235 for Mr. Jay Storts.
All right, that's our first time for course 1 of our unlimited bouncer class.
We got those mean green lights sitting in that race line starting gate.
Y'all know what that means. Tim Cameron on the line, our points leader with a 41-point lead coming into the weekend.
But today is a new day, and he's in a different buggy. And I'm going to be honest with you, he's literally...
All right, let's see what's going to happen here. Again, Timmy raced with us yesterday in the UTV Cup class.
That buggy just hugs the ground.
Does. Whoa! Talk about some air time.
There's only been 3 successful buggies to have independent front suspension in the rock racing bouncer history.
Wow. Wow.
That was a fast run.
That was amazing.
That's what you get when you've been racing for 12 years with 25 years of off-road experience.
Wow.
60.365. That is the bar. It's been set.
Ripping along that bottom there on the way back. All right, this next guy is definitely going to try to upset the apple cart. We saw him on the podium at our first season opener race at Windrock. This is Bubba Bacon, part of that Bacon Racing team.
Yeah, it's been great having Bubba back this season with the series. He took about a 5-year hiatus, focus on a few other things going on in life. But we love seeing him back out here hitting the hills with us.
Yeah.
Bubba's an OG hill killer.
He really. Oh,
nice.
Jay did it, and I think that kind of set the tone. Timmy did it, Bubba did it. Again, these 40 spline chassis that him and Tim run are just very, very exceptional at handling. Whoa. Wow.
Dude, he flew through the finish line.
Literally. That's a 62.521 for Bubba Bacon.
That was a nice run.
Right behind Timmy, so...
Hashtag big block.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you can definitely hear that motor screaming. Literally came through the finish line on like 2 wheels.
Next up, Jesse Phillips.
Jesse Phillips on the line. In retirement plan. Can see where those priorities are.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, nice save, Jesse.
Stay in it. Dang it. Oh. He had it recovered.
He did.
Had to stay in it to come the rest of the way down.
Looked like he hit a... I wasn't looking at the screen. I was turning around watching. It looked like he hit a stump or something at the bottom or just stuffed that front end. But, oh, man, that was a great try from Jesse. He only raced UTVs with us last year.
Yeah.
So this is his first season in a bouncer and really just his first this might be his second race in the second or third.
I think Rush was his first.
So it definitely takes some getting used to. It's a big difference when you've just been racing UTVs. So. All
right, we got that AMSOIL action shot. You see, he kind of overshot the jump just a hair. Hit the tabletop. You can see that rear suspension kind of compressing down as he's mashing the gas. Came up and kind of sidewalked right. Kind of a real similar line. Unfortunately, that front end kind of bobbled over.
He did the right thing.
Yeah.
Turned downhill and almost had it saved.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
but just boom, right into that.
Kind of stuffed in there. But that's definitely a much smoother landing than it would have been. All right, while they get this buggy recovered, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We have tons more rock passing action right after this.
Waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. AMSOIL makes it simple with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at AMSOIL.com and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at AMSOIL.com.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, welcome back. I'll say it looks like they're getting them pulled off there. Again, shout out to Keith, our recovery expert. He's a very loyal guy. Shows up at our races, help us get drugged back to the truck or trailer. We steal tools and equipment off his rig. We
definitely appreciate Keith.
Yes.
And all of our recovery staff and volunteers. helping us keep everybody safe and keep things moving smoothly. Give you guys a quick rundown. Fastest time right now is Tim Cameron with a 60, followed by Bubba Bacon with a 62, and Jay Stortz with a 74. We've had 2 DNFs, and now we've got Nick Reich on the line. Nick is coming into the weekend second in points, 11 points ahead of Wade Good, who's in third place.
I was talking to Nick last night. He said, I think this is going to be a fast course. He said, I think I'm going to do very well here. And I said, well, you've smoked the course before. You've also crashed here before. So
minor details.
Yeah, like we've seen a little bit of everything. So I'm excited. His buggy's very light, so I think it's going to throw itself up this hill. There we go.
You know, this is only Nick's third year racing with us here with the NRRA, and he's sitting second in points right now behind Tim Cameron halfway through the season. He got Rookie of the Year his first year racing with us, an award that we give out at our season end of the season banquet. It's been fun to have him out here, coming all the way from Wisconsin to race with us.
Ooh.
He is through the finish line already. Let's check that time. Ooh, 61.268. That's second place right now.
Wow.
So we got Timmy with a 60, Nick now with a 61, and Bubba with a 62. We're about a third of the way through course 1 for the Mickey Thompson Bouncer class here at Hot Springs ORV Park. Cooper Bentley on the line. So Wade drew number 13. He must have elected to go at the end of the pack. We heard that he's actually having some issues with his buggy. So luckily for him with that number 13, he can go at the end if he needs to. So he's working hard in the pits right now while Cooper's out on the course. Cooper is fourth in points coming into the weekend. He also had a fourth place finish at our last race at Rush, Kentucky.
Oh! He was flying down that hill.
Cooper doing triple duty this weekend, racing both the UTV Bounty and UTV Cup classes as well. He is definitely getting his seat time on these hills.
He had a real quick downhill time. Woo!
Woo!
59.058 and your new fastest time, Cooper Bentley.
Awesome run, Cooper.
And I'm going to tell you where he made it up. It was that downhill section. He came down literally just pinballing down that. Holy
59,
cow.
Our new leader, moving Tim Cameron down to second place right now on course 1, and then Nick Reich is in third.
Yeah, that's Clyde was saying it was a downhill, and I agree. I said the same thing. He was literally skimming downhill as he was there. And
this is going to be hard to beat.
I mean, we have like a second and a half that separate Cooper, Timmy, and Nick right now. All right, Wade Good.
All right, Wade was able to get whatever it was fixed. He just watched Cooper put that 59 on the board. Wade is third in points coming into the weekend, 11 points behind Nick Reich in second place.
Ooh.
He's getting after it.
Oh! Wow.
That was a rowdy ride right there.
That was. His flat section, he was literally in the air more than he was on the ground. Wow.
60.606. That's third place right now. He just is edged in front of Nick. So Timmy with a 60.3. Wade now with that 60.6.
Gosh.
Both of them behind Cooper with a 59.
Wow.
Guys, we told you this 2026 season was going to be tight. The top 5 are going to be absolutely battling.
All right, like I said, he dropped right.
And it's really exciting to watch.
6-0. So that's high.
We're going to go ahead and put this top 5 up real quick for you guys.
Chassis builders and whatnot. I mentioned Jake Pike with the Ford. That's Nick Wright and Jay Storch. Now both Cooper Bentley and Wade Good, they're riding reject fast.
Cooper in the lead.
Brought to you by somebody else's car.
Timmy in second with that 60.3. Wade with a 60.6. And third, Nick with a 61. And then Bubba Bacon with that 62. Those are your top 5 right now. On course 1, we are almost halfway through our list of drivers. I don't know if we're going to be seeing any faster times, Matt, but crazy things have happened out here.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're literally a minute-long course and still separating fractions of a second. All right, you got Ben Driscoll out there on the course next. Again, Ben has definitely been dialing this machine in. Been doing a ton of free-running out here.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, way to stick with it, Ben.
Good it up on all 4 wheels. And then just claws his way up to the top.
You know, that's a risky move, what he did right there, hitting him straight up. That could go really good or really bad. It could be absolutely slow.
Whoa, that was a rough landing. Looks like he's got a flat tire.
Yeah, they're saying that front right is flat.
Oh, yeah.
If we
no!
Oh, dang it! He was trying to pirouette it down. Oh man!
I say that is because when the driver gets like that, there's a chance he could rewrite it. The problem is
that was a wild ride from Ben Driscoll.
So please turn it off. You know, save it for the next round. On round 2, let her eat.
Man. Dang it, you hate to see that again. Had a great run there by Ben Driscoll. He's been coming down and doing a ton of pre-running, kind of practice on the course. Usually the night before. I know Wade was down here yesterday morning early trying out some course things. You know, before a lot of people got down here, he wanted to feel it out.
Let's check out our AMSOIL action shot from Ben's run. Matt, I think these guys had their Wheaties this morning.
Yeah, they definitely
They all
did.
hopped up on Mountain Dew or something.
He is definitely all jacked up on
Everybody's coming
Mountain
out
Dew.
swinging hard today.
Again, you can see that front right tire flat, just kind of flopping in the air. Unfortunately, got a little too far to that right, caught the bank, and wasn't able to throttle out of it.
Hey, heck of a run from Ben, though.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to watch Wade, Cooper, Nick, and Timmy all go and then be the next one on the line.
Again, you hate to see Ben, like I said, he's been doing a ton of pre-running and really getting everything dialed in, having a lot of fun with it. And been getting very competitive with that buggy as well. Again, that's a reject fab chassis. Kind of like what Wade Good currently runs, but he ran one very similar to this previously last year.
All right, I think we've got Dan Bowman coming up to the line next.
What y'all doing?
Oh, Tan Bowman.
He won. I'm going to race him. Now you're scared? You realize when you got up there, you're scared of heights. That is bad timing.
Ooh, we got Dan Bowman sitting in that race line starting gate. Dan's been getting this machine dialed in as well. Again, we've seen a lot of guys pick up some new rigs that I'm kind of surprised he is. We were kind of staying with the IFS. But it also handles stuff so well. Again, that IFS just soaks up these ledges so well.
Well, Menace is such a tried and true bouncer. We watched Brandon Davis race it for years.
Yeah.
Originally a TC chassis. And now Dan. Dan looks like he's getting pretty comfortable behind the wheel and having some fun in there, too.
I know this is Taylor's favorite buggy. He loves watching this one get out there and whip around.
I feel like Menace is a crowd favorite.
It really is.
It's got its own following. .279 for Dan Bowman.
Wow.
Nice run.
Again, I got to talk to Dan a little bit yesterday, and he said, I love this buggy when I first saw it. He said, even if I wasn't racing, I would still be out trail riding this thing. And I believe it. I think Dan would. I know he had some Geo trackers they used to wheel, Jeeps, Broncos, a little bit of everything. Some Samurais, Suzuki Samurais. He's like, it was fun. He said, we had to sell some of those toys when we started upgrading the bouncers. I said, yeah, I bet.
Had to downsize the fleet a little bit.
It did. I was like, how many...
Quality over quantity.
It really is. I'm like, how many Suzuki Samurais does it take to equal one rock bouncer? Like, it's got to be a good chunk
somebody
there.
run the numbers on that for us.
Yeah.
We got Ethan Jones in the race line starting gate next.
And this buggy is wicked.
Let's see what you did there, Matt.
Thank you, Bree. I appreciate that. Ethan is an absolute monster driving this thing. He has been getting rowdy with it lately.
He is 6 points coming into the weekend, which is not too shabby halfway through the season. Just 6 points behind, or I'm sorry, 8 points behind Tim Bacon. Ooh.
Yeah.
Matt, we talked yesterday when we were watching the UTV classes race on the hill and have to make some backups due to the trees at the top, and we wondered if that was going to give our bouncers, of course, being bigger vehicles and not all of them with rear steer, any difficulties.
Yeah.
We're also going to see the younger Jones racing in our youth class later, little Emma. Ethan through the finish line. Let's check that time.
That's a 73.637 for Ethan Jones.
on the course. It's been awesome having Clayton back with us this season.
This Tyrant buggy is one of my favorites. I would say Hellbent is also right up there with it again. Just an absolute powerhouse.
So I think everybody is familiar with Clayton having his, he had a wild ride and an accident at last year's race at Wildcat. A pretty serious injury came about because of it. And it was a long road of recovery, but we love having him back out here with us this season. I'm just blown away that after knowing what he went through and how serious that injury was and the recovery that it entailed, that he is back in the driver's seat. Man, what a testament to his passion for the sport, his tenacity, his commitment, and he is just out here having a blast and glad to be back in the driver's seat, and we are glad to see it.
An absolute monster run by Clayton.
76.397 for Clayton Smith.
All right, me and Bree are going to hop out. We're going to have a good buddy of mine, Dustin Battle Axe Jones, hop in. He is a 3-time Mint 400 champion and a back-to-back winner. Mr. S3 Can-Am Power Sports going to hop with you, and I'm going to go make a run. We'll see you guys here shortly.
We're also going to have Trip Pullen jump in here with Dustin, so you guys enjoy their banter, whatever's going to come from them, and we'll be back with you in a minute. Matt's going to get ready to go race.
Welcome back.
Man.
Hey, I've got one of my lawn friends here. He told me he was coming early in the week, and it's so good to have you out at these things, just to see some of the excitement when you both just love this.
Dude, this stuff fires me up because we do such long distance kind of endurance races, racing in the desert. You get out here, and these boys are hanging it out every second of these runs, dude.
That one rollover a while ago just got me so excited a while ago, and just seeing Pure Point's new buggy out here, I love the new elevation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way these buggies have evolved over the past couple of years, it's crazy. The technology these guys are putting in these buggies, they're getting as lightweight as they can. They're adding unsprung weight so the axles get good traction, bigger tires, and bigger motors, dude.
You talking about big? We talking like 1,400 horse now.
Man, it's like standing beside a track at NRRA when these things take off. If you can get your ears covered, you're gonna have some ringing ears for a couple of days.
I'm already surprised that Cooper edged them out already, and his looked so smooth. But his downhill yesterday, and so he races both classes, so I know he's getting used to it, this downhill, but it's crazy how fast they're going. And through the woods, you imagine hitting one of those trees going that fast?
Man, you're really hanging out there. What's interesting on these tracks, people think, man, 60 seconds, 70 seconds, like, man, you're just full throttle the whole time. But you can watch two different people run, and you see Timmy running on the edge today, coming in, sliding in sideways, shooting up that hill, but slowing down just a little bit in an area like the woods where you have to risk hitting a tree and then being fast through there. It sounds like that's where Cooper made up the difference, right?
I think so, too.
Is on the downhill.
Downhill. We got Dustin Medley on the ride in Gold Rush.
Man, I like this little buggy. This is one that I was talking about. Real small buggy, real big tire, real big axle, real big motor. Good-looking buggy, too. Them boys double that first jump, no problem, don't they?
No problem.
Good line up the hill. Oh,
yeah. That's a fine line to make it that right bounce.
Yes, and that's what it boils down to. You get a good bounce, you get a clean run up the hill. It takes a little pressure off.
Yes.
You know what's interesting is they put the nasty hill right at the start. If you bobble there, the rest of the time you're trying to make up time.
It's in your mind.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's in your mind.
Oh, yeah. Worst scenario is to bobble on the first climb.
Yep, and then you're rushing the whole rest of the race.
Yes, sir. And when he turns and points downhill, they got to carry some speed down this hill, and it's tight.
Look at it.
I love it.
Ooh.
And I think it's been said 100 times, you can't tell how steep these hills are.
You got to come see it in person.
You got to.
Got to see it in person, man.
Burning through right behind us. Dustin Henley. Did you see it? Did you hear what he ran?
Maybe they'll say it one more time.
It looked like a good smooth run. I don't think you.
65.514. I think it's sixth place.
Good enough for sixth place. He looked good. He didn't take a bunch of risks and took care of the buggy. So they got to run today again, right?
Yes, they can run 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So who's on the line now this is a Jeremy White's buggy, but Clay Cason's racing it. So,
dude, when you're running a rental buggy.
Oh, and this is his father-in-law's. You know you're going to put some. Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, no, this is Chris Griggs. Okay.
Is he in a rental buggy too?
No, but this guy gets wild.
He does?
Yes.
Just so happens I like people getting wild, so let's see what Chris Griggs has got.
He started off a couple years ago in a Jeep, you know.
He did.
Yes.
Like a full-body Jeep buggy.
Yes.
Running this class.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now look at it.
Oh, he on the gas, too.
I think it's a wide-open design buggy. Adam Woodley.
Yeah, they make nice buggies. Let's see what he does on the hill.
Get wild for us.
Oh! Your boy was starting to do some tree chopping. He was scrubbing that tree.
He's using all the race course. He's using all of it.
Oh, he's slow rolling coming down.
Let's see if he can double this jump right over here going uphill. All of them are wanting to hit this left side. Let's see if we can get it turned to jump.
Step it up. Is that what
right here,
doing?
Right here.
Oh, he about made it.
Yeah, he did.
You know, it is important because they're running twice today, and I was talking to Timmy, and the way the point system works is overall they're going to take the accumulation of both runs, right?
Yep. So, you know, you got to have 2 solid runs.
Yeah.
You can't just go out there, you know what I mean, and if you break it on the first run, you're done. You don't get a second run.
Yeah. Coming through on the gas, that's for sure.
That's a 66.430.
That's still a good little run.
Yes. They're all tight. These times are super tight today.
And even that little bobble he had on the hill where he got close to the trees, and you think, man, he gave us some time. Dude's kept the car going and moved quick coming downhill, and so that's a good little run. 66 ain't bad. What's the fastest for today?
Oh,
got it.
Coop, 59.0. And then second place, you got 2 60s. Timmy's at a 60. So this is Clay. This is son-in-law racing father.
Oh, yes, sir.
You know it's going to get
nasty.
If
I get my father-in-law to build me a buggy. This ain't the buggy we seen broke in half.
Yes, this is it. Watch it. Yeah, these guys super been busy in the shop. They got 3 buggies at
man.
So
that they're running this weekend.
Yes.
And maintaining.
Yes.
Son.
And like you said, and this is Clay's first time in this buggy.
It is. That's a sweet little buggy. A little rear engine buggy. A little different style.
Now, this used to be Randall Key's buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was paralyzed, so he did everything by hand control.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see that buggy out here. It works too, man.
Boy, you want to see something wild. What race was that just a month or so ago where they tore this buggy in half?
Yes, it was at Windrock, first race of the year.
Go back on the YouTube channel. Go watch the live feed of the Windrock race and watch them tear this buggy in half. They clip a tree.
And just keep coming downhill with it. I laughed till I just died.
Here it comes. Boy, coming through strong, too.
Yeah, he did.
Let's see what that run was. That's a good little run. Man, that's a sweet little buggy. I like that buggy. Ooh.
63.097.
That's good for a 6th place bump, my man, from the other run.
I mean, even the slowest time ain't but a 74. I mean, they're tight.
Man, that is packed up. That's crazy. Cooper broke down in under 60 seconds, man.
I really don't. I don't think that's going to be
That'd be hard to beat.
Yep.
You'd have to get real risky to beat that run.
Daniel Heckler's one. This is another TC built chassis.
Okay.
So I know he was having some issues. Oh, it looks like he's got a rental. He's driving Jay Storch, so he's got a rental. He was having problems yesterday, so his buddy is letting him
to
drive
key points for the season.
Yes.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Good looking little buggy.
Oh yeah, Jake Pike built buggy.
Yeah, he's driving it like he don't own it too.
Yeah.
Oop, off the corner.
Ooh.
And we seen one come to the bottom from right there just a minute ago.
I'm like I said, I don't ever like to see somebody get hurt, but I sure love a good rollover.
Oh man, I'll watch
I
NASCAR just to see a wad up.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I do always want to see these boys run a good run because that's my competitive nature, to see them run against each other. But, boy, when you just see somebody get full whiskey throttle and loop it over backwards, dog, ain't nothing like it.
It don't get no better.
No, sir. He stepped that one up pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
And from watching these things, what do you think? What is the combination on like the biggest, fastest buggies now? Because I know like this one's real small, sounds like it's got good power. Timmy's car is a pretty big car.
Timmy got the new IFS in the front, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but all these guys, they see something and try it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to push the envelope.
You got a good little run. What would you call that one, Trill?
67.921.
That's still a respectable run, man.
Yes. Hey, so I don't know if I should say that.
You should. You should let everybody know.
Daniel beat Jay in his own buggy. Hey, and I think that's his father-in-law.
Stop it.
Yes.
We'll just say it is. Just for camera, we'll say it.
No, it is. It is. We got a lot of father-in-law. I might try to get married again just to see if my father-in-law would give me one.
We need some daddy-in-law.
Yeah, anybody out there want to get hooked up and let me drive their rig, I'm available.
Anybody want to volunteer their daughter and a buggy for a trip? He'll take care of both.
Oh, God, here they come.
They're coming out of the woods.
Get security. Get security.
It's lined up by the fence now. Yeah. Man. Oh, my boy Matt Holt is pulled up on the line. You talk about an old faithful buggy. How many years has he had this thing?
Years.
And it just shows up for everyone.
Every race with a smile on.
I love it.
Clyde was messing with him yesterday. He was up there walking the hill about halfway, and Clyde said, "Get back down. You know you ain't going to go past that." And I said, "Man, you ain't doing it about that way, are you?" He said, "Yeah." But this is all love. We might pick at each other, but, you know, at the end of the day, we really do care about each other. That's what it's all about here, you know.
Man, and you know what I really respect about Matt is I race at the highest level, and I get terrible nerves. I couldn't sit up here and talk and then go get in my race car and make a run.
And when you come back, everybody's wondering, like, well, what'd you do?
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
And Matt will sit up here, announce, hype all the other racers,
Yep.
go jump in his buggy, and he's coming straight back to get again.
Yep.
Man, I respect that so much. I don't know how he maintains those nerves, but your boy puts on a smile every time.
100%.
He's got his little mohawk.
He's ready.
And a smile.
Look at this crowd, though. It's awesome weather today. The crowd's good.
Dude, good turnout, man. And they are lined up on the hill, lined up on the second hill.
They've got dadgum, it's layers, you know what I mean?
They got barbecue pits up there. They're cooking. I seen a couple people having a family reunion over there.
Yes. Look at all those people having fun. Everybody's got their kids out here. They're playing on the hills.
The tents are just the first layer. There's another set of people farther back in there. I'm telling you, I saw a family reunion. There's some people sprinkling some ashes on the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Just
leaving them out there.
Yeah, I know.
Putting you where you want to be.
That's where I'd tell them.
Yeah.
Just, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we just got word. What's going on?
What do you think is time? Let's just pick a time here.
Man, I like Matt, but I ain't going to lie. He probably going to run maybe like a 80, 82, I'm thinking.
I'm liking it. I want to finish.
That's no disrespect.
Here we go. What we got?
Yeah, he's not going to double it for sure. I like where his head's at. You think he's saving it for the second round?
Yes,
okay.
yes. That's something like I'd probably do, too. I'd save it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw his left-hand blinker on just then.
He turned the blinker on.
He's so polite. He just wants everybody to know. I'm respecting.
He better put the hazards on right here, though. He better put the mercy. Oh, look, he's gonna come out. He's gonna. Oh,
keep her going, man.
He's got the Mickey's digging, son.
My boy said, "Put the hazards on."
Here we come.
You know he's relieved. That's the only hill he's got to really climb.
Oh, he's got it now.
Yes, he does.
The confidence is built.
He ain't scared to back up in the middle of a race either.
Why would he?
Why would he be?
He finna scratch those wheels now. He finna do all that.
Oh, man. Matty Daddy coming on down. I like it. Smart run.
I think he's got it in neutral. He's saving fuel.
You know what I like is he will smile for the camera. He stopped. Look, he threw the peace sign out the window.
I think he signed an autograph up there for real. That's what he did. Y'all, we all making fun. He signed an autograph up.
I know, bro. We're the ones up here looking silly. He's signing autographs on.
Hey, he's got that winch on the front too. He'll pull you if you go down.
My man, I heard him the other day. He called it the just-in-case buggy.
Hey, I like it.
If he gets hung up, he will get out, winch himself up the hill, and keep running.
He definitely is not getting no DQ.
No, sir.
I love it.
I think he's the only rock bouncer in the history of rock bouncing that has near zero DNFs.
For sure.
I've seen him stop and change oil on the track. His service engine light came on one time. I've seen him stop, check it.
Brought the scanner with him. He brought the scanner too.
Just plugged in OBD2, checked it. Had a bad O2 sensor. He said it should be fine.
Oh, he's fixing to let it eat. He's
Get
fixing to
on
give
the
it the
gas,
beans.
Matty Daddy. Get on the gas.
Come on with it. He's letting all the ponies out. Ooh!
Son. You know what I really respect? We were close.
1, 2, 1.
644. We got 121.644.
You were a little off, but listen, hey, I wrote it down. No, he's on the books,
and we was only slightly off. What position does that put him in right currently?
It's on there.
It is.
Hey, listen, this is.
Matty Daddy had a good little run. And didn't have to pull the winch out.
Latim's in 5th place, too. He's for the year, this guy here on the line.
Is.
Yeah. His brother laid down a fast time, too.
So he does have some things on the line. He's 5th for the season right now.
Oh, yeah.
So he can't get out here tearing the buggy up, but he's got to have a good run. Uh-oh. We got some technical difficulties on the start line.
Oh, man, the gate done went out on him. That's what you call laying down on the job. Somebody probably put nope, ain't got no gas in the generator.
You know what happened? Yeah.
That's what they're telling, no gas in the generator.
I heard that race line was just going to take a nap waiting on Matt to finish.
One thing about it, Greg Mulkey's been here with us for a long time with the race line, and he's been good to me through the years. And
good dudes. Man, I know gas is getting high, though, nowadays. Ooh. So that generator gas, they putting a 20-ounce bottle at a time in
They
there.
definitely ain't putting no premium in that thing.
My man, now, you know what, while they're getting this thing aired back up, my ears getting tired. I'm trying to go watch some buggies get wild. Mr. Matt already back at the booth.
He's so fast on course and getting back up there to you.
It took him less.
His shoes are still smoking from running back down there.
It took him less time to get all the way back over here than the whole run. Let me hold on to your suit. Okay.
We'll just go to commercial for a second.
Yeah,
guys.
Let's hear what the sponsors have to say about this event.
My goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Jack.
All right. We have little Tim Bacon in that booth. Again, he's sitting 5th overall right now for the season. Nice, smooth landing on that double jump there. There we go. Again, you can definitely hear that big block power out there, Bree.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody within like a 5-mile radius is going to miss that, Matt.
You can definitely hear it echoing. When your motor echoes, you know it's a big motor. Man, hear that motor just roar.
Well, after he watched his brother, Bubba Bacon, put down that super fast time.
Yeah.
A little extra incentive maybe for Tim here.
He is flying through there. That's a 68.360 for Mr. Little Tim Bacon. I have to call him Mr. Little Tim Bacon. Otherwise, like, you think he's like a 5-year-old. Like, hey, little buddy. And then you shake his hand, and, like, your hand disappears in, like, his bear claw. You're like, yes, sir, Mr. Bacon. Looking over the hood of your bouncer, that drop off is a lot steeper. I was pressing the brake pedal down, and it was still slowly crawling downhill, and I was like, okay, guess we're gonna go. All right.
Kenneth built this buggy over the past 5 years.
All right, we got Kenneth Cozy and his new Sunfire Offroad build. Again, shout out to the guys at Sunfire Offroad. They've helped me get parts before.
I wish you the best of luck today.
Kenneth's had this buggy about a year. Watched him last year race a little bit, get it kind of dialed in.
Yeah, Kenneth is sitting 10th in points right now at this point in the season. Not a bad place to be.
There we go. I love that you can hear him like that Tennessee flutter. You can hear him whop, 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 whop as he's pedaling up the hill.
Oh, man. Hey, did you leave any at the dealership? I'm serious.
There we go. During that long straightaway at the top, the one Kenneth is ripping through right now, you can definitely hear all the motors lugging. Just because it's a nice, big, long straightaway. There's some good rock, some shelf rock in there. You can feel the tires flinging. I mean, it definitely can hear it roar.
Kenneth is roaring to the finish line. These guys aren't checking up one single bit until they are all the way to the tree line.
And the landing didn't feel bad at all. I was like second gear.
Matt, you had a good run.
Yeah. You can definitely tell we need more power, but yeah.
Well,
I wasn't.
Hold on, let's get that time for Kenneth. 64.998 for Kenneth Cozy.
That's 60s. That 60s, I think we have 90% of the drivers in the 60s. It's incredible.
We got a UFO sighting.
I like that.
Brandon Davis on the line.
We got a UFO sighting, and it's orange and black. Cheryl took the award for Brandon yesterday.
Yes, Cheryl accepted Brandon's trophy yesterday for the UTV class.
It was hilarious. She's like, I'd like to thank my smoking hot husband, because that's usually what Brandon says about his wife. I'd like to thank my smoking hot wife.
We had some fun hanging out at the campfire last night with Davises,
I'm
Heckleys, Hobacks. Friday nights are always a fun time with the race fam. We missed having Brandon and Cheryl with us at our last race at Rush, Kentucky. He was off doing some Ultra 4 racing. With Cheryl co-driving with him in the Can-Am, which I think sounds like fun.
Yeah. Again, watching this UFO car, it definitely, you can tell how well it handles coming up to some of these jumps. Again, just a nice, smooth run here. Again, you can see how well that independent front suspension works as well. So we have a couple of, we used to have like one, and that was it. Now we got a couple buggies out here that are independent front suspension.
That independent front independently went off into the bank there.
I don't know if he threw a steering belt or what. Looks like he tried to.
See if you can get a thumbs up or a middle finger or something. Okay, here he comes.
Yeah.
He's not turning. So.
Yeah. I would say he lost a belt maybe or blew a hose off, one of the two. Yeah, we've seen guys like, thrashing that hard, it'll sling a belt off. And when you lose a power steering belt, when you throw a power steering belt off, you lose power steering, the pump itself. And unfortunately, you cannot turn very well when you don't have power steering. Again, these are a full hydraulic steering setup. Man, you hate to see that again. Just such a beautiful car.
Yeah, he about could have just made it through the finish line.
Yeah, I also don't know how much trouble he was having trying to get it back to there either.
We've got Blake Harity on the line now, and I believe that Blake is going to be wrapping up course 1 for the unlimited bouncers for us.
Blake has definitely been getting more comfortable in this buggy. I say he was out racing Outlaw last weekend, had the fastest time on course 1, and then rolled it on course 2.
Oh.
Again, just an absolute awesome buggy. He said it's definitely a lot of fun. He did some shock tuning with Wizzo a little bit ago and got it real dialed into his driving style. I said I was. Oh, no! Oh, wow. Wow. Jeez.
Way to save it there, Blake.
Wow. Blake keeping us all on pins and needles as he runs that horsepower hill.
That was almost a dang it moment.
That was.
That's probably what he was thinking while he was in there.
Yeah.
Staring at the ground.
Yeah, he was halfway down, and that was just straight up and down. That will definitely give you a little bit of an adrenaline rush.
There it is.
There we go. That's a 72.895 for Blake Harity.
All right, that wraps up course 1 for the Mickey Thompson Unlimited Bouncer class. You guys give us just a second, and we will give you a rundown.
Great looking shot of the hill there. All the area we've been blasting up and down today. Again, that whole Mickey Thompson mountain we've been using so far. And again, we're going to keep using it later on this afternoon with course 2. Again, we still have our limited bouncers. All right. We got Cooper Bentley sitting in that number 1 spot, literally at 59, just a fraction ahead of Timmy. And again, Timmy, Wade, Nick, all right in that 60 range. Boa Bacon at 62.
Then we got Clay Kaysen running for Jeremy Whited in 6th, Kenneth Cozine 7th, Dustin Medley 8th, Dan Bowman 9th, and Chris Grigg rounding out top 10 for Course 1. That was some exciting racing.
Yeah.
These guys, I don't know how they keep the time so tight, but it sure is fun to watch. We had some swaps in the buggies. You know, we saw Clay and an Undertaker and Daniel and Fortitude, and so everybody was swapping around a little bit. So that makes for some extra excitement as well.
And again, great job to Chris Grigg there, coming in that top 10 again. We said that top 5, top 10 is going to be a dogfight all season. Great to see him with his wide open chassis get up there and battle up that top 10. Just did an awesome job.
And, man, Cooper Bentley with that smoking fast run. That was fun to watch for sure. And we're going to be coming back and doing it all shortly again for Course 2 just a little bit later this afternoon. But we are going to take a quick commercial break before we continue on with the limited bouncer class. So we'll be right back.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Edelbrock, Raceline Wheels, RCV Performance Products, and Yukon Gear and Axle.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerply XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
All right, we're back here again. We have our limited bouncer class. We have 4 drivers for that class. Again, you'll see they can be similar in a lot of ways. They can't have rear steer, and then there are some limitations with block, power adders, and shock packages. So they have a very limited slack of what they can do, but they race the exact same course as the unlimited bouncers, so that's very, very awesome to see. Bree, how are we standing?
Yep, I've got our top 3 in points coming into the weekend. Chris Clements is sitting in the lead with a 17-point lead over Eric Beck in second place, and then Dustin Carter is third in points right now, but Eric's got a 63-point lead over Dustin. So really it's between Chris Clements and Eric Beck at this point in the season. We do have a couple of other names on the list for today, though, so that's going to be fun to watch, too.
Yeah, it's great to see those new drivers kind of hop in.
Yeah, and these are guys that I think joined us here last year.
Okay.
At Hot Springs here, so maybe some locals jumping in the fun with us, which we always like to see. Let's head to the line and see who's going to be starting things off for us. And it is Chris Clements in the race line starting gate.
There you go. That nice smooth jump by Chris.
So like Matt said, the limited class runs the exact same course as the unlimited bouncers. They just have a few of those restrictions, like no rear steer, no power adders, single shock per corner. Well, it's 2 of the 3, and with no rear steer for all of them. So that's what makes it the limited class.
Get a little bit longer wheelbase here. You're definitely not mad at. Chris, a veteran racer. He's raced with us and Outlaw and a few other things. Also races in the Midwestern Rock Bouncer Shootout, which is happening next weekend up in Wisconsin. Nick Reich's part of that. Again, you can definitely hear that motor scream as he's ripping up this hill here. Whoa, flying that downhill section. Again, you see that last little bunny hiller kind of bucks everybody, so it kind of throws you out more into the turn.
Well, Chris just made that course look easy.
93.266 for Mr. Chris Clemens.
All right, we've got Orland Mears on the line next.
Pretty sure he was down here playing around last night. Again, shout out to Dearborn Drone Co. out here this weekend, giving us these awesome drone shots. Again, you can still see how kind of soft the terrain is up there by how much dirt and debris is flying out from those wheels.
Yes, it's a very silty dirt out here in Arkansas.
Yeah. It's like silt and rock mixed in. It's not
gravelly.
Yeah, not
silt.
gravelly. Yeah, it's not like the mud we're used to back in good old Illinois.
And these rocks will trip you so fast. Oh. It's chunky gravel out here. You step on one and your ankle's going sideways.
Isn't this where you had a pit bike injury?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I had a scar on my knee from this park.
Now you'll never be a teen model.
Oh, darn.
Nice, good uphill run here. Going again, the uphill dirt section is a lot of fun because the bumps aren't super crazy and you kind of get in there and get with it. Luckily, Clyde does a great job. Bill goes out and helps mark off the course so that way you can kind of see, make those turns where you need to be at.
We always got to give a shout out to Bill for all his hard work for the series. I don't know if we could have a weekend without. We'd need like 5 people to replace Bill if he wasn't here. And Orland is in the straightaway. Nice run. 113.405 for Orland Mears. That is a rig that looks like it gets a lot of trail time. I bet he has some fun on that thing. We should have 2 drivers left for course 1 of Limited Bouncer. Looks like Eric Beck on the line.
His Banshee rig. He's got a high compression motor, so he runs E85. We were talking about that this morning. A lot of guys like E85 loves ethanol loves compression. So a lot of you'll see guys with high horsepower motors or high compression motors, and then superchargers or turbos typically will run like an E85 setup. The downside is it does kind of eat some of your seals up over time. It can, if you have it sitting there for a long time, so a lot of times they'll run regular gasoline through it to clean it out after each run. But it definitely can add quite a bit of power. There, Ryan Brumhall used to run that back in the day.
Yeah, and the Hulk buggy.
Yeah.
There's a throwback for you.
It was a. There we go.
Come on, Eric. Matt, since you've got your first-hand driver perspective of being on the course now, tell us about the turns at the top, and are they as tight as we suspected that they were?
It is. Again, you've seen several of our drivers that don't have rear steer. At the top of this, because it is such a hairpin turn, I thought I could make it. I went about 90% of the way around and realized I wasn't. So I had to kind of do a little quick backup.
Nobody saw that.
Little quick Austin Powers and throw it back in gear and take back off again. And so that is a really tight hairpin turn. The second one is a nice, long, sweeping turn, so that one's okay. I seen Eric Beck pull off there.
I think I heard he broke a tie rod or something.
Yeah. Dang it.
Went ahead and pulled off the course there.
But, yeah, there are that first turn is a really hairpin turn. Now, the second course, it's going to be the same turn, but it's going the other way. So some buggies, turn a little farther to right or left. Obviously, rear steer, you kind of bump the rear steer once or twice and pivot around. We're gonna see a lot more guys kind of launch up that first thing. Wade said he kind of hit the bottom and kind of jumped it, so I think we're gonna see some more rowdy on the first course going up, and then because it's a little more gradual coming down the other side of Horsepower Hill, I think we're gonna see some guys maybe skeet up a little bit, pick up some speed. Cooper Bentley,
that was impressive.
He was flying down that hill. All right, I'm hearing we got Ranger Martin down there in that race line starting gate.
I know this buggy was out on the trails last night, too.
There we go. Kind of crab walking over. Oh. You know what? They're saying this is possibly DC. I saw DC standing next to this morning, so that would make sense.
Aha. Pulling the old switcheroo on us. Why is DC not racing in the UTV today?
Get her done. We love seeing DC come out with us.
Uh-oh. Photo op.
Yeah.
You can't park there, DC.
Zach is so ornery. It sounded like it just died for a second, but got it started back up again.
Right now, Chris Clements is in the lead with a 93. Then we've got Orland Mears with a 113.
DC has only broken everything he has ever driven. Everything.
Zach showing DC some love on the microphone. That thing sounds interesting.
It does.
Supercharged.
Yeah. That's a
98.306.
There we go. For apparently DC Thompson.
All right. That's the second place time on course 1. So it's Chris Clements with a 93, DC with a 98, and Orland Mears with a 113. And that is our limited class, course 1 for the bouncers.
Yeah, great run. I like to see those guys get out there and have a good time.
I like seeing a couple more buggies in the class, too.
Yeah,
I would really love to see the limited class grow even more the rest of the season.
And again, newer drivers. I know DC's not a new driver, but some newer drivers, some newer rigs anyway.
Newer to a bouncer.
Yeah, so very cool to see those guys out there having fun with it. Again, Chris Clemens doing an awesome job as always, very confident in his rig. So it was kind of cool to see those guys hit that double jump as well.
Yeah.
We were talking again, double jumps, side-by-sides kind of just float through the air. Yesterday we watched them, so some of the bouncer guys were like, how fast do you hit it? Do you go super fast? You don't want to because we've seen a couple of guys overshoot it yesterday. Tim Cameron came in and kind of sent it really well. So, again, you don't want to overshoot it, but at the same time, you don't want to be too confident. But you
it's one of those obstacles until you've done it,
yes,
and got the feel for it, then, it can be a little hard to know. How hard to – is this a moderate send, a full send, or a basic send?
Yeah. I feel like most of them were a moderate send. Again, some of our big block guys were able to kind of power through there, but definitely a good moderate send. Jay was kind of worried he was going to overshoot again, being chromoly, a little bit lighter chassis, sheet metal housing. So to see that is kind of interesting. And again, I wasn't sure how well he was going to do there, but came right over and looked nice and smooth. We saw Daniel Heckley race it as well. So that bogey's going to get some double duty later on this afternoon as well. Very cool to see.
All right, guys, that wraps up our limited class course 1. I gave you guys those results already, but we'll run through them one more time. Chris Clements had the fastest time with a 93. Then we had DC Thompson with a 98 and Orland Mears with a 113. That means we are ready for our UTV teen class next. We've got a nice lineup here. Looks like about 7 or 8 drivers, including a late entry. I think she'll be on the line now. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, I know we had a few of them down here last night, kind of pre-running and practicing their course. All right, Carly Dittmer sitting down there in that race line starting gate. She was down pre-running last night as well. Again, this is our teen/amateur class. They're racing a similar course to our stock class race yesterday.
Come on, Carly.
Head up that far left side of the Mickey Thompson Mountain. Can we see our bouncers come down this today?
So Carly is one of our local racers. She joins in with us each year here at Hot Springs.
Making that little teardrop loop at the top there.
Her family are some of the owners here, I believe. So
yeah.
This is her stomping grounds.
She actually kind of flopped this machine this morning early. About 6 o'clock, I was down here, me and Bill, and she was down pre-run of the course. Had a little tip over, but we got her put back up.
Well, she's through the finish line now, and that's what matters.
That's a 94.020 for Carly Dittmer. Nice quick time there. All right, we got Miss Clara Holback. 1/3 of that Holback racing team. I said we got 3 Holbacks racing in 3 different classes this weekend.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, it is. They were our
getting it, Clara.
Feature driver Friday a few weeks ago.
Clara actually broke an axle last night down here during pre-running.
Heck yeah.
And Justin was hustling to find what he needed and get it done, but he got it back together, and look at her go. I don't know who she has riding in there with her. It might be Cooper.
He's an okay co-driver. I mean, he is sitting in the number 1
Cooper
spot.
Cooper is in high demand for our young teen.
He is.
Some of our young teen drivers.
He is.
And I can imagine that he would be a very calm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not getting too hyped up in there for them.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, Clara.
Come on.
Woo.
Oh, there we go.
Well, speaking of having a nice, calm presence sitting in there in the co-driver's seat, that's a good time for that.
I love that Dad was the first one to it. He's like, all right, we're good. We're good. We got this.
The good news is she landed on all 4 tires.
I think she's trying to look out the vehicle and see what's going on with that front wheel there. I'm not sure if they broke a hub or might have some front-end debris there.
That's probably her first rollover in the Razor for sure. I don't know if she ever rolled the 200.
Yeah.
So, you know what, Matt? I remember my first rollover in a buggy.
Yeah, I think I just saw them given the broke symbol, so I think they're going to have to pull it off. It looked like she hit that front corner, that front driver's side corner pretty hard. Yeah. Cooper probably was. He's like, we're going to roll over.
Yep.
It's no big deal.
I remember barrel rolling the Juggy. I think that was the first thing I ever barrel rolled.
Yeah.
But you gotta have your first rollover at some point.
Yeah,
you gotta get it out of the way. Get a little feel for it. It's not quite as scary. I mean, nobody wants it to happen still, but it's not quite as scary after you.
Yeah, it could have been a tie rod. I know the UTV. There is a lot of lightweight stuff on the front end of a UTV that can break ball joints, tie rod ends, and again, they don't work well when you break that stuff. We saw Josh Krapinski yesterday. I had to get a floor jack and help jack up, and we took pretty much the whole front corner off.
Oh.
And then we threw it all in the back corner to kind of counterbalance with no A-arms or shocks, nothing. And then he just drove it back with no front driver's side corner back yesterday. Matt Merrick is who he bought it off of, and he was down there and saying, they were kind of teasing him. They're like, man, Matt raced this for like a year, nothing happened. I raced it twice and I already broke the whole front end. So, again, you hate to see that, but it was kind of neat to see him down there working on stuff. And, again, we have a big race family. There's a couple of guys brought tools and parts over to help him get everything taken care of. Like I said, we grabbed a floor jack, jacked it up, and kind of beat on some stuff with a hammer. There was a few guys down there.
Sounds about right.
A few guys down there working on some stuff. Bert's savvy. Bert's like, hey, I broke everything on mine. Like, if Bert's helping you work on something, probably knows how to get it finished,
Bert knows. First-hand experience.
He does.
Not this weekend, though.
Yeah, luckily, fingers crossed, he had a great weekend.
All right, guys. Well, they keep helping out Clara down there. They're trying to assess the damage and get her recovered. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to continue with our UTV teen racing.
There's only one tire brand that can call itself legendary. Rebirthed from the depths of Baja and representing decades of racing heritage, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. This dominating tire is purpose-built for thrill seekers everywhere. The new Baja Legend MTZ. It's time to get what you really want in a tire. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound for enhanced wet performance. Powerply 3-ply construction for sidewall protection and responsive handling. Improved 4-pitch side biters for bold looks and off-road grip. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for you.
All right, we're back. We're back, and Clara's actually going to finish her run. We just learned. They got her situated. We're listening to a little bit of radio chatter and getting some updates here. It looks like she's going to try and finish her run.
Yeah.
Possibly not what she and her dad discussed.
Yeah.
We don't know. We're all just going to watch what Clara does here and find out together. She still got her co-driver in there.
I could hear Cooper now. He's like, hey, it's okay. Just send it,
Nice. All right. She got a 396.731. You know what? Way to stick with it, Clara. That can be a little scary having a rollover like that. And especially, you guys got to keep in mind, this is our teen class. Clara's 10 years old. She's not actually even a teen yet. And she was racing in the youth class the last few seasons. So, a rollover like that can be a little scary. And to be able to get it together and get back in and finish your run, way to go, Clara.
And I'm sure not only was she frustrated that she rolled over, she's probably worried she broke something and now she can't finish. So, it looks like they were able to get it back going again.
Yep. Good job, guys. I think we've got Sadie Ellison on the line now. See that red cage?
Yeah, I'm sure they gave a good once-over to assess the situation to see if she had broke anything. But it looks like she was able to get it on. Goodness, Ellison Racing crew is out here racing with us all weekend as well.
Let's go. Ellison Racing for the win.
Again, our teen/amateur class. Kind of a graduate program, kind of an in-between. It's more of what we call a moderate send, as Bree would put it. It's between our youth class and our adult stock level class. Gives them a chance to kind of grow into that big side-by-side. That is such a big jump, going from a 170 to a 1,000 cc turbo machine. That is such a monumental jump.
And they're actually, they're not really hitting hills in the youth class. So it is a big difference. So the teen class was created out of that desire to kind of bridge the gap between our youth class and our other UTV, like UTV stock and UTV cup classes. And our teen drivers have been rocking it this season. They have all been doing such a great job, and it's been really fun to watch them, just like Clara just did. They have great job all around. Sadie making her way around the course now. Sadie also started out racing with us in the youth class. She is third in points coming into the weekend. And
that's an 87.557 for Sadie Ellison.
And that is our fastest time right now on course 1.
There we go.
Looks like Jace Northington up next. Jace had a little tough luck at Rush, our last race in Rush, Kentucky. Hope to see him get across the finish line this time. Both courses. And, with his sister Josie being second in points right now at this point in the season, might be a little extra incentive.
Yeah.
They do call their race team sibling rivalry, I think.
Which I feel like is an appropriate name.
Uh-oh. Come on,
there
Jace.
We've raced this in the Bouncers before, the same course they're racing now in the Bouncers, and it is a very fun course.
Nice run from Jace. Ooh, 71.897, your new leader for course 1. We're about halfway through. We've got 3 more drivers for course 1 of our teen class.
Getting pulled out down there. All right, we got Caden Schaefer sitting down on that race line starting gate.
Caden is 5th in points coming into the weekend. He also had a 5th place finish at our last race at Rush. This is his 2nd year racing. I think this is his first full season racing with us, though.
It's awesome to see when they come out and do a couple races, maybe close to their house.
Yeah.
Then after that, they'll step up and do the whole season. Again, that takes a big commitment, especially if you're a teenager, because mom and dad kind of have to haul your rig there,
Yeah.
When you're 13, 14, you have to have some little assistance.
And usually we do see his dad, Derek Schaefer, racing with us in a UTV class as well. Not this weekend, just Caden holding down the fort for the Schaefers. Doing a great job with it out there.
Again, this is a long, long haul for some of our drivers.
Yes, Caden comes from Madison Township, Ohio.
Yeah, I think they were saying it was like 12+ hour drive.
Yeah, that's a long drive. Nice run.
That's a 77.068 for Caden Schaefer.
That's a second place time right now on course 1 behind Jace Northington. I see that pink cage on the line. Josie Northington up next. Josie coming into the weekend second in points behind Ramsey Trainer. Just 4 points ahead of Sadie Ellison, though.
Again, this is our teen class or amateur class, but these courses are no joke. Again, you can see how long that first run is with the ledges up there.
If you guys want to check out more of the Northington's sibling rivalry, you can follow them on Facebook at J&J Racing. Josie would like to give a shout out to Off-Road Performance, Totally Baked Powder Coating, ORB Raceline, and AMSOIL for supporting her race program.
And they do have a lot of fun with it. They tease each other quite a bit, but at the same time, I'll see them walking the course together and kind of look at the, Jace will be giving pointers and kind of seeing things, and Josie might say something about what she thinks, and kind of figuring out what the game plan is for the day. So it is really neat to see the siblings be that close together.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell they've got a good relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh, 79.920, third place right now. So it's Jace with a 71, Caden with a 77, and Josie with a 79. We've got Ramsey Trainer still left to go. Rowdy boy Ramsey Trainer is going to wrap things up for course 1 of the teen class. Ramsey is coming into the weekend first in points with a 30-point lead.
Wow.
All right, here it goes. Rowdy boy Ramsey Trainer.
He was down here as well, pre-running last night. Wow. Oh!
Whoa! We don't call him Rowdy Boy for nothing, guys.
He was sending it off those jumps. He is getting it right now. Nice little soft jump there.
Guys, we got to make note of the fact that Ramsey, driving in the teen class, is 8 years old.
That's crazy.
And not just racing in this class, but leading this class at 8 years old.
I mean, he would not have to be technically racing this until he turns 13 and he's 8.
He could spend the next 4 years in the youth class if he wanted to. So he is doing a heck of a job in this full body and the teen class.
Whoa!
Whoa. What is that, his third save?
That's a 73.254 for Ramsey Trainer. Again, with his wild ride there. Wow. He, very, very cool. Good job, buddy.
All right, guys, that wraps up course 1 for the teen class. We got a rundown that we'll put up on the screen there for you. Jace Northington had the fastest time with that 71, followed by Ramsey Trainer with that wild race. Caden Schaefer in third, Josie Northington in fourth, and Sadie Ellison rounding out our top 5. Well done to our teen class. All right, so we are at that point where we are going to shut down and get everything ready for our youth class. If you're joining us on Power Sports World on television, we'll be back with round 2 for our other classes in about an hour. If you're joining us online and you want to catch the youth class, we will be back with that in just a few minutes. All right, so you guys don't go too far, and we'll see you in a few.